Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? Today's day 57 of the 88 step program. It's April 26th, and I have been inspired by, well, I don't even have to tell you. Council of Time is an amazing place. If you listen to this gentleman speak, you will find yourself somewhere within the Bible. You might even find yourself in many different places within the Bible. I know that might sound silly, but when you listen to somebody that really can explain things in a way on a multi-level, maybe only some of us see a universe, some of us only see a beautiful sky, some of us see the spiral and the chaos, but all of it works together. One of the things that tonight Mike was talking about there was many different things. I wanted to take notes because it inspired me in many different levels. I'm really excited about some of the things that are happening right now and getting ready to happen. But one of the last things I think that really just kind of put this and pushed this video to just do it right now was he was talking about be yourself. And sometimes that can be really difficult to be yourself when the world is full of chaos. There's beautiful, beautiful skies and there's universe happening all around you. How do you balance yourself when it's not just a teeter-totter balance? Balance is the key. But who said it's on a teeter-totter, right? So Mike was really kind of hitting home at the last moment toward the end of his show tonight, his talk, about being yourself. And what does that mean? How are you one-dimensional yourself? Do you act the same way at home as you do at work? As you do with friends? Are you the same person to your spouse, to your child, to your coworker? Do you present yourself as the same person in each one of those circumstances? Only you would know that. Absolutely only you would know that, because people see you differently every day. No matter where you go, someone's going to see just a blip of you. You're this whole thing, and people see these just dots of you, these just split moments of you. In the cashier line, in the traffic, blah, 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 right? So, who are you? You might be trying to act differently to each person, depending on the circumstance. Are you truly just yourself, no matter who and where you are in life? I'm not. I try to be. But there's just no way I present myself the same to everybody. Therefore, their reactions or their thoughts might interfere with the way I see myself. Does that make sense? Coming out of it too strong, and somebody's like, and I'm like, ah. Instead of just staying true to myself, let them yell at me. That's, really hard for me. Because here at this channel, we use me as the example. And so, how do you stay true to yourself following Jesus if you're a warrior? If you've seen this video, or if you've known me in the past, or if you've ever known me in real life, let's say, ever, it appears that I'm a very, and rumor can sometimes even say, dude, that guy's violent. But under a court of law, there isn't any single person that can say they've ever seen me punch somebody. Ever. There's nobody that could ever, in honesty, on a Bible, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just right here behind me. There's nobody that would be able to come up and sit there and say they've seen these hands punch somebody. I was in a fist fight in the 6th grade where I punched some guy underneath a flagpole, and there was a time in the army in Germany where I punched some guy, and both times were because I called out the bully picking on somebody very much smaller than them. But I doubt either of those people in any of those two circles would come forward and say they will have claimed that they've seen these fists ever punch somebody or slap somebody or whatever the case may be. Violence. My hands ever being violent on another person. And yet at the same time, there's countless of people that would say, no, that guy's very violent. You want to hear one of those type of stories just recently that happened of something like that? I went over and was a caretaker of this property 2 years ago. And when I arrived there, one of the tenants at this multi-unit place was inviting all his friends over. They were drinking beers and throwing all their beer bottles all over the property and littering all over the place. Hundreds of beer bottles. Front of the yard, back of the yard, side of the yard, neighbor's yard. True story. Hundreds. So I used tactic to take care of it, and it got to the point where absolutely I even worried about it myself. Man, that guy's crazy, because I was just handling it myself. Now, the whole time, this guy was half my age and much stronger, and could have intimidated me quite easily. But I understood what I was doing. I was cleaning up the property. And I wasn't going to let something like that, a young punk, excuse me, I shouldn't have said it like that, deter my motive. Well, it got kind of the point where there was maybe pushing and shoving. His wife got very upset with me constantly, and at him. But one day, when I heard her screaming, and I looked inside their front door and saw him beating her on the floor, and when we made eye contact, he let go of her and ran to the back, and she was able to unlock the door and open it and escape. With no violence on my part, none on my part. Just by being me, knowing I could walk into that place and take care of business, it was much deeper. We can talk about it later. Don't be afraid to be you in truth.